Hi peeps, so I have two journals to share with you today. As you can see, they are both little golden books. So yeah, let's get started. They are wrapped, well, were wrapped. This one with seam binding, well, both with seam binding. This one is coffee dyed, that one is just plain white. I just took it off just so I can save a little bit of time because I want to try to do them both in the same video. So this one is Dumbo, and I just made a little tassel with some fiber and ribbon and lace and some of my little beads. I put on a few of the ribbons. So yeah, so that's what that looks like, and I just have it on a bulb pin and clipped onto the little clip. Just so you know, this fabric, for some reason, the glue seeped out a little bit in that little spot right there. I don't know why it seeped out in that little spot and nowhere else, but just wanted to point that out. So I have crocheted lace on the edges just to finish it off. And there's two signatures, and that's about it. So let's get in the side. I also finished off the fabric with some more of the crocheted lace, and of course I left that plain so you can write a name in there. I folded the pages, made this pocket. There's a lot of sewing on the tags and pockets and whatnot. So I love these large tags. Some vintage papers and coffee dyed paper, Edith Holden page, tuck spot made from the scraps. I printed a few images of elephants. I thought that was cute, and then you can just journal on the back. And then I got this in Happy Mail. I thought that was perfect. So what I did, so you can read the information, but also use it as a journal spot. You know, you can read the information. I just stapled this lined die cut on the back so you can journal on there if you want. And then onion skin paper, more vintage paper. This is actually a tuck spot. Trying to find a card because I didn't put one on there. So that's the tuck spot. You can tuck something under those little banners. I added a Pooh page in both books. This one because it has Huffalump in there. It's the elephant. So I put him in there. Some ledger paper, coffee dyed paper, some middle of the signature, some more ledger paper. Move up a little bit. And I found this printable on Pinterest, this Dumbo page. So I just folded and I washi taped it in the back. So then you can take it off if you want and move it around the book. So I just thought that was cute to add for additional journaling. Some of that onion skin paper. Another large tag that I sewed. I made an altered paper clip with some fabric and flour. I'm not going to take them off because they're plain in the back. Just some stitching. Edith Holden, some coffee dyed paper, vintage paper, the second signature. And the whole book, I don't know if I said that, the whole book is in here. This is a tuck spot. I don't have anything in here, but it's a tuck spot. So you can tuck something in there. Ledger paper, coffee dyed paper. I pulled some pages from my watercolor book. And here is another, here's the other side of the watercolor book. Another journaling with some elephants on it. Thought it was really cute. I'm going to link my Pinterest board where I pinned all of these. So in case you're interested, you can check them out. Some tracing paper. I did a ruffled fabric. I left it messy, so of course you can cut the strings off if you want. Another large tag with an altered paper clip. Here's a glassine bag. I'm going to send little extras so you can add to your little bags and tuck spots. Here is a pocket I sewed on some fabric and lace. So there is a little card in here. Thought that was cute because it had, I think that's an elephant. Looks like an elephant. So I just added that in here. And then one of the large tags, it fits behind the pocket. I left it open. And I used one of those CD, DVD holders, and I inked it with my Distress ink, and then I sprayed it to make it shimmer. I don't know if the camera is going to pick up the shimmer. Whoops. The shimmer on it. Oh, where is it? Oh, here it goes. Probably not. Oh, maybe a little bit. So inside there is another elephant picture of a little baby elephant that I stitched and added I just stapled some leftover fabric on there just so it's easier for you to pull it out. And here's the other side of the glassine bag. It's open. I just added some scraps of fabric and a little flower. Here's another little tuck spot. This one came out a little wrinkled when I was stitching it. I guess I didn't flatten it out good enough, but I thought that was so cute. So you can journal on the back of it. And some more of that onion skin paper, vintage paper, tracing paper. Other side of the watercolor book. Ledger paper. And then the back, I made a pocket, added some more of that crocheted lace, and then another image that I got from Pinterest. Thought it was super cute, and I stitched around it so you can journal on the back. And that is Dumbo. So let's get started with the Fox and the Hound. Okay, take two of this part of the video. My tripod was leaning over. So hopefully this is not too close. So anyway, oh Jesus. So this is a Fox and a Hound. And here is the tassel. Just some lace, some fiber, some ribbon, and I just made a simple little bead on some wire. And here is the fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. And then I added some crocheted lace on the edges to finish them off. Finish it off, rather. Okay, so let's get inside. Try to stay in frame here. I also finished off the edges with some crochet lace in this one. I did a little bit of stamping because this one has a fall theme. I used some fall paper, so I added some fall stamps. I added some scraps to the little ledger paper where the holes were. I love this paper. It's a ruffle fabric here. You can clean that up if you want. This is a vintage music sheet, and it says Autumn Day. So I thought that was appropriate. There's a little tuck spot. I printed off these little doggy pictures and some foxes as well. You'll see in here. I am stitched this pocket here with my fabric samples and added some crocheted lace. And then there's a large tag that I stitched. This is a double pocket. So there's a pocket behind the cardstock as well as the fabric. some watercolor paper. Watercolor picture from my watercolor book. There is some stationery with some little fox on here. Again, I will leave the link to my Pinterest board if you're interested in that. Some same papers that was in the last one, middle of the signature. I did the same thing. I distressed it and then I sprayed it. And this one I just added my leaf stamp. And again, there's a little shimmer. I don't know if it's picking up. And this little doggy comes out. So cute. Stapled some fabric on there. Oops. Just got to be careful because I forgot to glue that little spot down. Here's another, the other side of the watercolor book. I love how pretty that is. Another large tag with a altered paper clip. Just some fabric scraps. There's a little tuck spot. I found these cute little journal cards on Pinterest. And I stitched around it with the leftover paper. I've used my coffee dye paper with my little leaf stencils on it. Here's the other side of that music sheet. Added some little stickers that I had in my stash. Another little stamp. Oops. It's a second signature. Another ruffled fabric with some muslin that I coffee dyed. This is a leaf. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a leaf stencil on that one as well. Some ledger paper. Another little fox sticker, Edith Holden paper. Another little stamp. Big glassine envelope where you can add a bunch of goodies, mementos. Here is another one of those stationaries. This one I washi taped. So you can just unfold it. Oops. Unfold it like this and write on it. Oops. It's another large tag with an altered paper clip. Some more vintage paper. It's a tuck spot. I use my border punch. And then a little fox. Sorry about the noise, you guys. I don't know why that little boy does that every time he comes home. This is a greeting card that I stitched. And I just stitched around here. Oh my God, now the dog is going to start barking. I'm not doing this video again. I'm sorry, you guys. Another large tag. And it is a pocket on the inside and behind the greeting card. Some more vintage paper. Here's a pool with owl. It's so cute. Here's the other side of that bag. And another one of those journal cards in a tuck spot. Other side of the Edith Holden page. Ledger paper, vintage paper. And then there's the end. And here's the pocket in the back with another one of those cute little journal cards. And that is it. So that is it, you guys. I hope you like them. They will both be listed in my Etsy shop by the end of the day today, hopefully. If not tomorrow. I'm going to put them in one listing, I believe. Hopefully that's still an option. If not, then they'll be listed separately. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.